Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the vlog, and this is a review video where we are looking at a product review, and this is a product we're looking at. It's from our friends at Kingbolen. This is a diagnostic reader. We've done quite a few diagnostic test tools in the past, but this one is slightly different because rather than having a cable that gets in the way, it's using Bluetooth technology. So we're going to do a little bit of an unboxing and we're going to test this out on our S3, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we get in the box. First of all, lovely carrying case. I do love the case that this comes with. It means you can store it away in location and it'd be well protected. So opening it up and we get ourselves a manual, which you would expect, showing us how to use the product, and that manual comes in several different languages as well. You get a password obviously for the initial setup, and then we get the product itself. So it's a touch screen and it's quite robust, as you can see. Charging, it comes with a USB-C charger, which is, or cable, which is great. Here's a Bluetooth adapter that doesn't need any power because that gets its power from the OBD port when you plug it in, so that's great. Let's get rid of the silicone gel, don't need that. And then we have a generic charger, so you could probably use a phone charger, but the good thing about this is it's comes with various different adapters. So we've got a UK plug here on this one, but if you're ever taking this abroad, then you've got a European adapter that comes with it, and you also got a US power adapter as well. So in here, what have we got? We've got our, on the bottom here, we've got a couple of USB ports. So USB-C, that one there is obviously going to be a charger, and that's an output port, so that probably allows you to take it somewhere else. At the back we've got a camera as well, so we can take pictures, which is really good. So it's quite a robust unit, and it feels really quite industrial as well. You know, it's got a good build on it, so I like this. Let's take off this screen protector. Actually, it's got another, look at that, it's got another screen protector on it as well. You can just see the bubbles in there, so that's interesting. Right, let's fire her up and see what she looks like. Now, once you get the device all set up, you then have this screen here, which has various options. So you've got your OBD, and you've got your store where you can obviously download different packs for different cars, and there's quite a few in here, from your Ford right through to your Ferrari. Did I see Bugatti there? I could have. Nope. BMW, Audi, Aston Martin. Now you can download the whole array of software, which is pretty good. Hopefully you can see that on screen now. Updates, if you do the updates, as you can see, you can download here. I've got 54 updates, and then there are a further 72 to do for various manufacturers. I haven't done the initial update pack here. It uses your broadband, but you can also connect to your car. It gives you various options, and this is using an Android operating system, so it's pretty good from that perspective. It has a storage on here where you can store some of your screen captures from when you actually use the system, and also you can then do various settings here on the module, so it's pretty good for that. Okay, let's take a look at some of these functions here so that we can see what we get. And so first of all, repair module, we tap on that, and we've got various things here. A calculator if you want to make any calculations, and the file manager is where we can store files or captures that we've done, and that basically allows us to just store that on here. That's using Google. We swipe back. Chrome, we have a browser that we can use, so basically we can look up any codes that the system finds, and then we can just Google those and get some results from that as well. which is pretty good. Other features here, we've got a fault code library, so we can basically type in the code here, and then the fault code that the car is producing, we'll be able to then just Google that, or actually just look up the library here and get that information. I thought that was quite good. And then the coverage, so this is all the cars that this diagnostic tool can cover, and I was quite interested to see that one of the cars that's on the list was actually a Tesla EV. Let's have a look for that as we come up. There we go, look at that, Tesla EVs. So this scanner can actually scan Tesla EVs. You'll need an adapter, and I don't know how much it can actually scan, but I may just test that as part of this. But anyway, that was good to see from here. Right, going back, updates, well, that's simple. You update the vehicle that you want to scan, as we just shown you. Modules, this allows us to use a variety of systems, so we can test the battery, an oscilloscope. We can also use a video scope as well. Now they all plug in via the USB at the bottom, which is pretty good as well. And then settings, and then scan, and then obviously the OBD. Now the store, that just allows you to download different packs, but we've got most of them, so we're pretty okay on that. Okay, so that's the basic features of the tool. Let's now plug it into the car and see how she does in terms of scanning and what she discovers. Okay, let's put this probe into our test car, which is our lovely S3. So that's all plugged in, and now what we can do is we're going to connect this up to the receiver, so it should see it. Once it sees it, we'll then run a couple of scans. Right, so it's all connected up, and it's now, let's put the key in ignition, turn the car on. Hello Ding Ding, that's my sat nav. It's now going to do its connection. Right, so we've got our OBD connected, as you see. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do a scan of the car. So first of all, we're going to pick our brand. We're sitting in the Audi S3, as you can see. So we're going to pick Audi. We've downloaded all the updates, so it's going to do a connection. So it's connecting via the Bluetooth. You can just hear the tones going off now. We're just waiting for it to finish off doing its thing. Let's do a system scan. I think that's the one. There we go. Communicating. And it's now doing its scan, which is going to take a little while, so we'll probably speed this bit up until it's finished doing its scan, and then we'll see what it finds. It should find some issues. That's what we're expecting, because there are some issues in this car. Nothing major, just minor little things, but let's see if it finds it. Okay, so it's finished doing its scan now, and we can see that it has been able to scan everything in here. So let's take a look at engine and see if there's any issues there. We're going to read for any DTCs. Doesn't seem to have found anything. Let's just go back. Here we go. So it's found an error. So essentially the last one that we saw, because it never found any error, that's why it's empty. So if we click on that, it will tell us, it will go on to Google. We don't want to sign in. Let's just carry on. Accept all. And basically what it does, it will then Google the code for us, and then we can read and see what that is. So that's really good that it does that it will go online and do that. Okay, now what we can do is we can, obviously once you've gone through all of your codes that you find, we can then obviously go and clear some of the codes as well. And that's good to see, but naturally you would want to go through all of the codes first before you find them, and in that way you can ensure that that you've checked the codes before clearing it. You wouldn't want to just randomly clear it. Let's just do another one. We'll check an airbag. Let's see if we got any. We shouldn't have any issues with airbags, we should be fine, because there's no airbag issues with this car, so that should come up and as we expected. So that's pretty cool. We like that. Okay, so the final thing I want to show you is that you can do a quick scan on this and to get all the codes, any DTCs or diagnostic trouble code. That's what DTC stands for, if you didn't know. And we can get them all in one place, so we can look them up really quickly. So we're going to pick on VW here, and then we're going to do a health report. So the health report, what that will do is it will look for any issues, and then it will store them in the top of the page, so we don't have to scroll down looking for the issues. It will have them all at the top. So let's run that report. And now what it's doing is scanning the car to have a look to see what issues there are. And this is fairly quickly. It will go through all the various different CAN buses, and then it will once it's completed, it will store the errors at the top of the page. So we'll just let it do its thing. We're at 68% now, so you can see it's pretty quickly. And it depends on the car and how quick the communication is. That will depend, but typically you expect to do this in under a minute. So there we go, 100% done, and as you can see, all three of our errors are at the top. Now what I can now do is, if I click on the engine, it will then show me the two errors on here. So here we've got system 2 lean at idle bank 1 and cylinder 4 misfire detected. Now if I want to find out what that is, I can then go online. So if I click on that, it will then take me online, and I can then scroll through and get some more issues or errors on that. Or alternatively, I can literally click on and then go to read the DTC itself and see the code here. So here we have it again, and again I can click on that, and again it will take me online to diagnose the issue. And then once I know what that is and I've cleared the fault, I can then just click on clear. Are you sure? Yes. And then it will clear the fault, and then the fault is now completely cleared. So really simple to use, and very easy to follow the on-screen instructions in order for you to be able to diagnose your car. So really good. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this tool, and as you can see, we've managed to clear that code as well. So in conclusion, the K7 is a really good tool. I actually really enjoyed using this, and I will look forward to getting to know this even more in terms of its usability. Like I said, it is an Android based system, like most of these are, but I like the fact that it's a Bluetooth, and you get all the data that you need in order to do the diagnostic, but also how comprehensive the diagnostic tool is itself. And there is so much in here that you can benefit from in terms of what it can actually do. So it's up there with the big boys, and it's not so expensive as well. Now if you want some more information, look at the links below. That will take you can get this on Amazon. I think it's about £429, so it isn't cheap, but it is a very good tool, and this will save you, it will pay for itself in no time in terms of helping you to fix any issues with your car. So if you haven't seen some of our review channels, you'll see that we have a playlist of these kind of things, these diagnostic tools that we look at. So feel free to have a look at that. In the meantime, if you're a casual viewer, don't forget to click on the subscribe button below. Click on the bell notification so you're notified whenever we release a new video. And we'll see you very soon on our next one.